They say the animals aren't the only ones who prowl the Houston Zoo after dark, because when the gates close and the last visitor leaves, something else starts to walk the paths, something that never left. His name was Hans Nagel, and a century ago he was the Houston Zoo. Born in Germany, he arrived in 1922 as the zoo's fearless lion tamer. The man was a spectacle, riding zebras, wrestling pythons, even firing pistols in the air to control big cats for the crowd. Newspapers called him a hero. Kids called him a legend. But legends don't always get happy endings. In November 1941, Nagel's story ended in gunfire, 6 bullets in Herman Park during a violent standoff with police. The details were murky. Some said he snapped, others said the city turned on him. Either way, the roar of applause was replaced by silence. Yet the zoo didn't stay quiet for long. Feed deliveries kept rolling in. The commissary buzzed with life. And then things got strange. Night workers started seeing him. A small man leaning in a doorway at 3:30 a.m., gone in a blink. Cold hands brushing across shoulders in empty halls. Pallets moved overnight with no explanation. And every time they'd whisper the same thing, Hans is still here. Some say his ghost patrols the commissary, protecting the animals he loved. Others think he's guarding a secret, something buried with him or beneath the zoo itself. But here's where it gets even stranger. Old reports say that when the zoo expanded years later, workers unearthed pieces of what looked like antique cages and hand-forged chains near the commissary, the same area where people claim to see him. Maintenance crews have reported equipment shorting out only in that section. Security cameras flicker, go black for exactly 30 seconds, then come back on with nothing but static and the faint echo of footsteps in the background. Even the zoo's archives tell a curious story. Nagel's personal journal was supposedly locked in his old office after his death. But when staff tried to recover it decades later, it was gone. Vanished. No one knows who took it or why. Some say the journal held his final confession. Others think it described experiments he was conducting to train the lions. Whatever it was, it disappeared the same way Hans did, without a trace. Here's my take. Ghosts aren't just echoes, they're the parts of people that refuse to let go. For Hans Nagel, the curtain fell, but the show never ended. He's still out there somewhere between the cages and the palms, watching, waiting. So next time you visit the Houston Zoo, if you feel eyes on you when no one's around, don't look away. You might just meet the man who never stopped guarding his zoo. If that sent chills down your spine, hit like before. Hans turns out the lights, and subscribe to Mike's take on the universe, where every legend, every haunting, and every mystery gets the ending it deserves. Because out here, stories don't die, they just change shape.